Few stories in the world of K-pop are powerful enough to make millions of fans emotional at the same time. Yet every once in a while, a story emerges that reminds everyone why the bond between artists and fans can become something far greater than simple admiration. It becomes a connection built on hope, loyalty, inspiration, and mutual respect. Today, we are talking about one such story, a story that has touched the hearts of countless ARMY around the world. A story involving BTS member Park Jimin and a devoted supporter known affectionately among fans as Mr. Lee. The phrase that has been spreading across social media recently says it all. He sacrificed everything for Park Jimin. At first glance, many people assumed it was simply another exaggerated fan headline. After all, dramatic titles appear online every day. But when ARMY began sharing the details behind the story, many found themselves unexpectedly emotional. Some even admitted they cried, because this wasn't just about a fan supporting an idol. It was about a human being finding hope through another human being. It was about kindness creating a ripple effect. And it was about the extraordinary impact Jimin has had on people all over the world. The story begins years ago, long before BTS became a global phenomenon filling stadiums across continents. There were countless individuals quietly following their journey. Some were students. Some were office workers. Others were parents trying to navigate life's challenges. Among them was Mr. Lee. Like many fans, he discovered BTS during a difficult period in his life. According to stories shared within fan communities, Mr. Lee was facing personal struggles that left him feeling uncertain about the future. The pressures of daily life, responsibilities, and emotional hardships had slowly taken a toll on him. Then he discovered BTS. More specifically, he discovered Jimin. At first, it was Jimin's performances that caught his attention, the graceful movements, the powerful stage presence, the incredible ability to express emotion through dance. Jimin had a unique way of captivating audiences. Whether performing in front of thousands of people or speaking softly during a live stream, he possessed a sincerity that many fans found comforting. For Mr. Lee, that sincerity became a source of strength. He began watching BTS content regularly, concert clips, interviews, behind-the-scenes videos, dance practices. Over time, he found himself smiling more often. He felt motivated, encouraged, inspired. The messages BTS shared about perseverance and self-love resonated deeply with him. And among all the members, Jimin's words seemed to reach him in a particularly meaningful way. Fans often describe Jimin as someone who combines humility with determination. Throughout BTS's career, he has repeatedly spoken about working hard despite insecurities. He has openly discussed self-improvement, growth, and the importance of never giving up. Those messages became a guiding light for Mr. Lee. As months turned into years, his admiration evolved into something deeper than fandom. He wanted to give back, not because he expected anything in return, but because he genuinely appreciated the positive influence Jimin had on his life. Many ARMY expressed their support by purchasing albums, attending concerts, streaming songs, or participating in charity projects. Mr. Lee chose a path that would eventually inspire thousands. He dedicated his time, energy, and resources to projects celebrating Jimin, fan events, community activities, support campaigns. Whenever there was an opportunity to honor Jimin's achievements or spread positivity in his name, Mr. Lee was there. Friends and fellow fans noticed something remarkable. He never seemed interested in recognition. He wasn't doing it for attention. He wasn't chasing popularity. He simply wanted to express gratitude. That sincerity became the reason so many people respected him. As BTS continued rising to unprecedented heights, Mr. Lee remained one of Jimin's most devoted supporters. Years passed. The world changed. The group achieved milestone after milestone, yet his dedication never wavered. Then came a moment that would capture the attention of countless ARMY. Reports within fan circles began highlighting just how much Mr. Lee had sacrificed over the years. Time, money, personal comforts, opportunities. He had repeatedly chosen to support projects connected to Jimin and BTS rather than spending resources on himself. Of course, every person's circumstances are different, and fans should always prioritize their own well-being. But what moved people wasn't the amount of money involved. It was the intention behind his actions, the depth of gratitude, the genuine affection, and the belief that Jimin's influence had helped transform his life for the better. As details spread online, reactions poured in from every corner of the world. Many ARMY shared their own stories. Some explained how Jimin's music helped them through depression. Others described finding confidence after hearing his encouraging words. Some spoke about overcoming loneliness. Others talked about reconnecting with their dreams. Suddenly, Mr. Lee's story became something larger. It became a symbol, a representation of how one artist can impact millions of lives in ways that statistics can never measure. One fan wrote, "People think we're just fans, but sometimes an artist helps you survive your darkest days." Another commented, "Mr. Lee's story reminds me why I became ARMY in the first place." Others admitted they couldn't stop crying after reading about his journey, not because it was tragic, because it was beautiful. In a world often dominated by negativity, stories of gratitude carry special power. And that's exactly why this story resonated so strongly. What makes the relationship between Jimin and fans unique is the mutual appreciation that has developed over the years. Jimin has consistently expressed his love and gratitude toward ARMY, whether during award speeches, concerts, live streams, or social media messages. He frequently reminds fans how important they are to him. He often emphasizes that BTS's achievements would not have been possible without ARMY's support. These aren't words he says casually. Fans have noticed his sincerity time and time again. There have been countless moments where Jimin became emotional while talking about fans, moments where his voice trembled, moments where tears filled his eyes, moments where he struggled to express just how grateful he felt. For supporters like Mr. Lee, those moments reinforced their admiration because they felt seen, appreciated, valued. And perhaps that's why this story has struck such a powerful emotional chord. It highlights a cycle of kindness. Jimin inspires fans, fans support Jimin. That support motivates Jimin even further. And the cycle continues. Many people underestimate the emotional connection between artists and audiences. They see concert tickets, albums, statistics, sales numbers, streaming records. But behind those numbers are real people with real stories, stories of healing, stories of resilience, stories of hope. Mr. Lee's journey serves as a reminder of that reality. His story isn't merely about sacrifice. It's about appreciation. It's about finding light during difficult times. And it's about choosing gratitude over bitterness. As news of his dedication continued spreading, ARMY communities around the world responded with overwhelming support. Messages of encouragement flooded social media. Fans thanked Mr. Lee for his years of commitment. Others praised his generosity and kindness. Many simply expressed admiration for his unwavering loyalty. Some even described him as an inspiration. Ironically, the man who had been inspired by Jimin was now inspiring others himself. That transformation moved countless people because it demonstrated how positivity can spread from one person to another. Jimin inspired Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee inspired ARMY. ARMY inspired each other. The chain continued growing. And perhaps that is one of BTS's greatest achievements, not just creating music, but creating connections, creating communities, creating spaces where people feel understood. As discussions about the story continued, many fans reflected on Jimin's own journey. His path to success was never easy. Before debuting with BTS, he faced immense challenges. He trained relentlessly, worked tirelessly, pushed himself beyond limits. Even after debuting, he continued striving for improvement. His dedication became one of the defining characteristics of his career. Fans often point to his discipline as one of the reasons they admire him so deeply. He never stopped trying to become better, never stopped challenging himself, never stopped giving everything he had. Perhaps that is why stories like Mr. Lee's feel so meaningful, because they mirror the same spirit, dedication, commitment, perseverance. The willingness to keep going despite difficulties. These qualities connect them not as idol and fan, but as human beings sharing similar values. As the emotional story continued circulating online, one recurring comment appeared repeatedly: People kept saying, Jimin would probably cry if he heard this. And honestly, many fans believe that's true. Those who have followed Jimin for years know how deeply he cares about the people who support him. He has always demonstrated empathy, compassion, and gratitude. The idea that someone devoted so much effort because of his influence would undoubtedly touch him. Perhaps that's why this story feels so special. It isn't built on controversy. There is no scandal, no conflict, no negativity, just appreciation, just kindness, just human connection. In today's fast-moving digital world, those stories sometimes feel rare, yet they often leave the strongest impact. As ARMY continues discussing Mr. Lee and his sacrifices, one message has become increasingly clear. The story is not encouraging people to give up everything for an artist. Instead, it highlights the profound ways inspiration can change lives. It shows how a person can find purpose through music, how hope can emerge during difficult moments, and how gratitude can motivate extraordinary acts of kindness. For many fans, Jimin represents more than a performer. He represents comfort, motivation, strength, and encouragement. Mr. Lee's story embodies all of those things. His journey demonstrates the lasting influence one artist can have on another person's life. And judging by the reactions across social media, millions of people understand exactly why it matters. As the story continues touching hearts around the world, one thing remains certain. The bond between Jimin and ARMY is unlike anything else. It has endured challenges, distance, time, and change.